The Boy Who Never Gave Up extended version. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and quiet rivers, there lived a boy named Armin. He was a simple boy with big dreams but very little confidence. Armin was different from other children. While they loved playing games and running in the streets, Armin loved sitting alone, thinking about stories. He imagined magical worlds, brave heroes, and powerful lessons hidden inside simple tales. But there was one big problem: Armin was not good at English. Whenever he tried to write his stories, his words were broken, his sentences were weak, and his ideas seemed unclear. His classmates often laughed at him. "Why do you even try?" one boy said. "You will never become a writer," another added. Even some elders in the village shook their heads. "Dreams are not for everyone," they would say. These words hurt Armin deeply. Sometimes he would go home, sit quietly in a corner, and question himself. Maybe they are right, maybe I should stop. But every time he tried to give up, something inside him refused to let go. A small voice whispered, "Try one more time." So Armin continued. Every night, when the world was asleep, he would light a small lamp and sit with his notebook. He wrote slowly, carefully, making mistakes again and again. He would erase, rewrite, and try again. Sometimes he got frustrated. Sometimes he felt like crying. Sometimes he closed his notebook and stared into the darkness. But he never stopped. Days turned into months and months into years. While others moved ahead quickly, Armin moved slowly but steadily. One evening, something unusual happened. A wise traveling teacher arrived in the village. He was known for guiding young minds and recognizing hidden talent. As he walked through the village, he noticed Armin sitting under a tree, completely lost in his writing. Curious, the teacher approached him. "What are you writing, my boy?" he asked gently. Armin looked up, a little nervous. I try to write stories," he said softly, "but I'm not good. People laugh at me." The teacher sat beside him and asked, "Do you enjoy writing?" Armin nodded. "Yes, it makes me happy." The teacher smiled warmly. "Then never stop. Talent is not something you are born with, it is something you build. Every great writer once struggled just like you." Armin listened carefully. No one had ever said something like this to him before. "Really?" he asked. "Yes," the teacher replied. "The only difference between those who succeed and those who fail is this: successful people don't give up." Those words lit a fire inside Armin's heart. From that day on, he changed his routine. He started reading books, simple ones at first, then more difficult ones. He listened to stories, learned new words, and practiced writing every single day. He made mistakes, but now, he wasn't afraid of them. Instead of feeling ashamed, he saw mistakes as steps toward improvement. Slowly, very slowly, his writing began to change. His sentences became clearer. His ideas became stronger. His stories became more meaningful. Years passed. Armin was no longer the weak boy people once laughed at. One day, he heard about a big story writing competition in the city. Writers from many places were going to participate. At first, Armin hesitated. "What if I fail?" he thought. But then he remembered the teacher's words: "Successful people don't give up." Taking a deep breath, he decided to try. He spent days and nights writing his best story. He poured his heart into every word, every sentence, every emotion. When he finally finished, he looked at his work with quiet hope. "This is the best I can do," he whispered. He sent his story and waited. Days passed, then weeks. Every morning, he looked for a letter, but nothing came. Doubt slowly